All right, y'all, what's going on? Taylor Shabella Moore here. So I'm going to think about dealing with. All right, y'all. So again, I am uh, going to go into some fire embers, okay? And this is a snippet. I'm not going to go long into it anyway, just enough to cover a few topics, if you will. But again, I really want you all to see exactly where I'm coming from. And actually, I'm all right, y'all. So I did find it, Fire Embers, and this is available as well. So you can make sure if this is something that is of interest to you. Like I'm probably not gonna go through it all, but I will do some. So introduction. So the spark that still lives in you. Somewhere along the way, someone tried to dim you. Maybe it was family, maybe it was life, maybe it was you playing small to feel safe. But here's the truth: your fire never went out. It just burned quietly, safely waiting. So this isn't about becoming someone new. It's about remembering who you were before they made you doubt her. This short guide is a love letter to your ember, the part of you still glowing, still hoping, still ready. These pages hold mindset shifts, style rituals, and self reclamation prompts designed to help you rise. So here's Ember 1 I want us to think about for fire. Reframe the mirror once. You dress to disappear. Now it's time to dress to be seen. Now, that is so accurate. Even myself, I pulled out all these new jammies, right? I had jammies everywhere, but I wanted to put my pajamas in a space where I knew I can go right to them. So these past few nights, I built some bits of pieces and things of that nature. I wanted to not only just have pajamas, but I really want to focus on the holidays and the seasons as well. So the season that I love most is definitely Christmas and also the fall and Halloween spirit. So I bought a new pair of Halloween pajamas. I have two so far. And the other pair I did kind of cut up and kind of sort of alter because I felt as though I was making it a little bit more customized, if you will. That's a really biggie. I love to do things after like other people are not wearing or not up to. So that was one of the reasonings behind that. Now, the other pair that I have for Halloween is just a cute type of pattern and print. I really cared about that. And then the other piece that I also just added was also more traditional for the holiday season, for more so of like the Christmases and things of that nature. And that is really kind of sort of where I was at. But for our style, I decided to get rid of all of the things that were too big and baggy. So everything that I have now is either a small or medium or extra small. So it's in those three only. So it's either extra small, small, or medium. On the largest, extra largest, I all got rid of. So now I have maybe like 6 or 7 different pajama pieces. So that's why I decided now even just to shoot these in straight PJs. Like I'm not even about to go back and forth and figure out all of what I put this, I do this, I do this, I do that. Like no, I'm going to just go through and that's just what it's going to be. So mindset shift. Style isn't vanity. I don't feel like this is a part of vanity. It's just a form of self-respect and emotion. I want to get something done. I want to focus on that. And that is where I'm going to place my energy. And so here's a prompt that I want to focus on. So what part of your wardrobe reflects someone else's judgment and not joy? I'll give you an example of this. I had a moment and a relative came by and we had some Halloween stuff out. You know, I'm a big Halloween girly. So as a woman, I see nothing wrong with this. The person is here and the relative is like, you in the wrong season. It sounds just like somebody else that I know. This relative's child says similar says the same things and similar things as well. And sometimes they'll be like, if they'll hear something and then they'll kind of sort of see that that is in alignment with whatever's taking place in their environment. But instead of saying that, they'll say, "Oh, you all are beat." And that aggression is something that kind of lingers way after the scenario has passed, right? And you can see it unfold. And that is a part of someone else's judgment, not your joy, that actually resonates because again that is proven wrong and it was years later though, of course. And even the same thing goes with the child's parentals, which is a relative, also is a really big part of shutting down those type of naysayers because Just because you said that, that doesn't even mean that you even know what's going on and how you know what's going on in comparison to what it is that you're saying is totally mismatched. And again, so that idea has now gotten the same result. It's just totally shut down. Like, oh God, silence is always best. And that's where joy comes from. So here's the style action. Choose one item this week that's only for you. So that includes myself. That means that I'm only dealing with things that are geared towards Halloween. So see, you dipping and you dabbing, playing a dozen, or however you want to say it, and you don't even know what's going on. You know what I mean? All up in the Kool-Aid, don't even know the flavor. You know, like if I'm focusing on something, whether it's Halloween in the middle of July, Halloween in the middle of March, Halloween, whatever that may be, that's what I'm gonna be forever. Why do I have to sugarcoat it to please you? Why do I have to dial it back because it's only that season within 1 year? That has nothing to do with nobody else. That's a generalized type of idea so that we can get to every last single thing that we choose to create. And if I like one thing over the other, that's why this is America. I'm allowed to do that. But see, when people are addicted, when people are strung out, when people are in some kind of cynical attitude, when people are um, continuously and consistently negative, they don't see it that way. You know, their mindsets are warped, their thought patterns are completely shrunken. I can never see and imagine how it feels to be a person who's constantly getting jumped by females. Like, you know, I had some females wanted to jump me, but they never did get about their car and put their hands on me. Like, and I'm not saying that to say like, oh, I'm tougher than you or whatever. I'm saying that to say, how dare you feel as though you going and so that oh my so that explains why even to this day I'm still very on the fence. See, people mostly have assumed that I may have chosen to let my memory lapse or may have chosen to, and so when they hear about it, it scares them because they realize that no, I have not chosen to have forgotten. And see, that they heads up. That makes and sometimes I hate to do it. I hate to mess with people's minds because it's dangerous. But so is your behavior. The disrespect is brutal. And and for you to think that I'm willing to forget is an insult to one's intelligence from God. I can't have that. So when they do hear, because you know people love to gossip through the grapevine. Oh yeah, you know she might have mentioned something or whatever else. What? Damn it! You know, they lose, and it's really nothing they can say about it because it's so negative that you deserve to. You've earned your losses sincerely. That's the killer part. It's sincerity of spirit. That is something that one people is right. You're right. You cannot fake that emotion. It's impossible. It's inevitable to reap what you sow. That I like about the universe. I like about our God. I like about the way that the things come up and it goes. You cannot run away from it. Try as you might, fight or flight, or freeze, freeze. What about just not do stuff that's gonna cause you to feel like you got to fight, flight, or freeze? Why is that difficult? Come on now. So that's weak. I don't care for that. So clearly, we're not gonna be able to get through this whole fire embers. This is a really great resource, though. I really suggest that you all check this out online as well when you go into PayHub and things like that. The link is in our bio on YouTube, and you can just basically click it, download it, and go through it. If you have questions, you can always feel free to come here on this video. You can always comment. You can always find me on Instagram. You can always send me a message there as well if you like. I have my email on my Instagram account. You can always shoot me an email if you're confused about anything as well. You can always go on our website there too as well. And there is a contact form, so you can always use that to get in touch as well. If you're curious about one of the products or you just want to chit chat a little bit about some things, we can always hop on a Zoom call if that's more your preference and speed. So thank you for watching. Bye.